Go.
Okay guys, for this exercise we're going to be dealing exclusively with line variation. In the presentation you'll see we will discuss the function of line variation in suggesting light and shadow, depth and space. For you guys, I'd like you to focus on using line variation to articulate the form and to create a sense of depth, or the illusion of depth and closeness in varying the pressure of your line. Remember, the darker the line, the more contrast, the greater or the closer that line is going to appear. So when you're working with your line variation and you're representing your form, you want to make sure that you're using the heaviest, thickest line in the moments that are closest to you, the softest, lightest, thinnest line in the parts of the object that are falling away from you, and that's going to help create a sense of depth. I'd like you to work with your vine charcoal and your charcoal pencils, minimal erasing. Work with your drawing in your lap. Any object like an old shoe, again, a sort of natural, organic kind of object is going to work best. Remember, your vine charcoal, it's quite light. I'm not even really pressing hard on the drawing. I'm just letting the weight of the charcoal stick kind of make the mark. And this really is just my underdrawing. I'm drawing at roughly a 1-to-1 scale, which is, again, really helpful to have the shoe right here. Try to keep your drawings about life size. We'll be talking about gesture drawing in the next video, and that'll go fairly quickly. So again, in these early stages, keep your drawing quite light. It's quite easy to get darker. It can be difficult to lighten up. And remember, with your line variation drawings, I'd like you to again, use minimal erasing. Once I've got a kind of blueprint for the drawing, then I'll start to work through with the charcoal pencil, just kind of firming up some of my major line. Again, kind of cleaning up the drawing. You'll achieve your line variation through a couple different practices. One will be through varying your pressure, and the other will be by going over the marks that you've made previously. So right now I'm just kind of teasing the charcoal pencil into the vine charcoal underdrawing, focusing on the parts of the object that are closest to me. I won't even really go into, say, the sole of the shoe. I really want this edge to sit back. I'm gradually increasing my pressure, pressing a little bit harder as my line becomes a little bit more clear, as my form becomes a little bit more solid. Right? And now I can start to go in and really start to get a little bit more defined. I really want to pull out these laces. Again, those are the moments that are closest to me. Look at this kind of sloping happening here. I'll hit the heel of the shoe. with all of these demos that I'm doing, again, I'm keeping them fairly quickly, or keeping them done fairly quickly, not taking them to a very far level of completion. When you look at the PowerPoint, you'll really see better examples of some drawings that are taken quite a bit farther. So you can see we're starting to get a little bit of dimension in the drawing. I can even start to go back in with the vine charcoal, layer in on top of the charcoal pencil, mix my materials like so to get the the charcoal pencil and the vine charcoal to kind of work together. Take your time with these, go slow, be as specific as possible. And like I said earlier, really focus on creating a sense of depth, the illusion of space, by varying your line. Darker, thicker, heavier line is going to project and come forward, like we've got happening here with the laces. Lighter, thinner line will sit back and recede. Okay, good luck.